Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever it is you'll see this. Happy Martes, Tuesday in my world. Happy whenever you'll see this in your world. Whoo, child. Listen, if you know me, if you recognize me, thank you so much for coming back to see it, girl. I appreciate you. Okay, if you do not recognize this face right here, my name is Latrice, and nice to meet you. And this right here is Faith by Latrice, where faith is the muscle we exercise around here. Now let's get on into it. No dilly-dallying. Mira, otra vez. Con todas mis notas that I have in my little cuaderno aquí. I was going to talk about something else. I thought I was going to talk about the notes I had yesterday. Boom. Nope. Because I was listening to some worship music, okay? Woo! Mr. Todd Galberth. Pastor Todd Galberth, okay? He is also on the worship team at Change Church with my pastor, Petey. What's up? I was listening to a song. It's entitled More Like You on his Encounter album. Let me tell you. Get into that album. The point. So at the end, he starts talking about how they went to a potter, right? To see a pottery like clay, stuff like that. And so they were talking, right? And of course, well, not of course, but if you know this, there's a scripture in the Bible about that. You know what? Let me just get into it. The scripture is from Jeremiah 18. And so basically, backstory, this section is called the potter and the clay, right? Now, this is a metaphor for the potter being God, right? And we are the clay. So basically, God tells Jeremiah, go down to the potter's house, go down to the potter's place, and that's where I'm going to give you the word, right? Boom. So Jeremiah goes, and this is what he says. He says, so I went down to the potter's house, and there he was working at the wheel. And the vessel he was making of clay was spoiled in the potter's hand, and he reworked it into another vessel, as it seemed good for the potter to do. Listen to me. Then the word of the Lord came to me, O house of Israel, can I not do with you as the potter has done? Declares the Lord. Behold, like the clay in the potter's hands, so are you in my hand, O house of Israel. Whoo, get that. Okay, if you need to rewind it to listen, do that. Something that Pastor Todd said. He was talking to the potter, and he was telling him about what his clay was doing, right? The potter told him, as long as you feel resistance, you can't form it. But the moment it agrees with you and stops fighting with you, that's when it can be what you need it to be. As long as you feel resistance, you can't form it, right? Woo! And remember, guys, in this scripture right here with Jeremiah, God's saying, I'm the potter. Just like that potter's metaphorically, that man forming some clay, I'm the potter and you are the clay in my hands. This is what I was hearing when he said that. Because I've heard this song plenty of times. I've heard that track so many times. I've heard that part so many times. Right now, as long as you feel resistance, you can't form it. As long as you, us, me and you, we, us, as long as we're resisting whatever this transition is in our lives, we will not be able to be formed into who God has called us to be. As long as we are resisting the change, resisting these new healthy decision-making skills that we're supposed to be taking, but there's that familiarity, there's that comfort that the new thing scares me. We talked about this. The new thing scares me. I want the new thing. I desire the new thing. I know that's where my best opportunities are. In the days ahead of me, right? But I got to participate. We talked about this. I have to participate in what God's doing, right? I have to participate in my miracle. If I want that new life, if I want to be financially successful and healthy and literate, or emotionally, right? Successful emotionally, my emotions as a leader, financially, all the things. If I want that, I got to work for it. I got to participate, right? That means I'm going to have to make the decisions and lean into it. I got to lean into it, right? I can't be resisting God. I can't be resisting the decisions I know I have to make in order for me to get to that thing, right? As long as you resist God and whatever he's telling you to do, he won't be able to properly form you into what you're being. I'm sorry, let me relax. He won't be able to properly form you in who he's called you to be. But the moment it agrees with, the moment we agree with the program, agree with what God is saying, that is when we can be all that God has called us to be. Stop resisting. That's the message. That's the story. That's it. Stop resisting. As y'all can see, resonating. All right, y'all. That's it. I ain't gonna take our time. Si nadie te ha dicho hoy, if nobody has told you today, if nobody has told you today, right now, the day I'm talking to you right now, I love you. I love you. I was fumbling my words, trying to get out. because I was excited trying to tell you what the message is, okay? Because listen, life be life and clearly. But guess what? You and I, we are going to prosper regardless. Bye.